The world is a strange, surprising place. Sometimes we are shocked by what happens and wonder why. There are some things one could not think they can happen to them, especially on their big days.
Nitwa Dukuzumuremyi Janviere.
Janviere is the mother to 5 children. It was an early, sunny day. We had gone to visit the woman as usual. We wanted to cover her life story where she was abandoned by the husband, but something else happened. This woman was called on phone that the husband who abandoned her a few years ago is about to get married to another wife.
Ubukwe? Indese? Hehe.
The husband had left her with 5 children and went somewhere they never knew. After hearing such heartbreaking news, she hurried from the field where she was cultivating to getting her and her children ready to ruin the wedding. She could not understand how the wife would leave them struggling with life, then get married to another wife. After getting all information, we sent our team to cover what was going on to the other side, and everything was in preparation. The bride and the groom had arrived with their maids. It was just a few minutes until they entered the church. The woman told us to accompany her as media and cover, then publish her story. And because we're in the pandemic era, church officials had to make sure every personnel who enters the church has a COVID-19 test as one of the ways to curb the spread of the virus. Wedding days are supposed to mark the beginning of a new, happy, shared life for marrying couples. As the wedding day often includes both a big party and celebrations, it's rare and so surprising that there might be something to ruin such a big party. The happiest day of someone's life might become the worst and the most unforgettable. In a way that shocked everyone, the mother of 5 had to boldly step forward and do something most of us were going to see for our very first time. It was something that was going to make the whole congregation speechless. She couldn't let the husband get married for the second time, yet she never divorced the man. Finally, she reached here and found when the pastor was about to pronounce the two as a husband and a wife to each other. She stepped forward. With too much sorrow, she expressed her pain in front of everyone. When trying to stop her, she cried while explaining to the people that this man is her husband. They got married officially years ago, showing them kids they produced together. She could not let the husband go to the other woman, yet he has even failed to provide and raise his own 5 children. Chaos in the church. People wondering what's going on. Children crying. The mother lamenting. This moment, everything was messed up. The husband was shocked. He thought the wife would never know anything about this, but he was lying to himself. After the wife's protest, It was clear that there was something wrong, and church officials had to immediately call a meeting between the wife, the husband, and the one who was preparing to be a new wife. The meeting did not last, as the wife came out crying, saying she's not happy with the decisions from the meeting. She insisted that she does not want to live with this husband again, but have the 2 children whom the husband took away. And the next wish was to see if the husband is responsible for all of his children, then provide for them as their dad. After the wife seemed not happy with what came from the meeting, security officers had to intervene so as to settle disputes. They told the husband to fulfill all his responsibilities and make sure he does what he's supposed to do as a man. In too much tears, she says she can't understand how the husband took 2 children and sent them to their grandmother. She thinks they're not where they're supposed to be, yet they have their mother. Why live like orphans, she says. By when she was pregnant, the husband left and took 2 children who were twins. She says she produced 2 twins for 2 consecutive times. After knowing the husband is having a wedding, she wanted to ask the husband 2 questions.
Yewe, numvaga nifuza ko duhura imyaka yose maze mushaka akampa abana banjye. Nkamubaza abana nsigiye aho nzabarerera. Byukuri nanze kubamo ngira ngemba mwicu.
She has been struggling to provide for her children, and since she has no one to remain babysitting her young children, if she needs to go somewhere, most of the times she locks her children in the house and says this is a very risky decision, since she cannot stop the firstborn from going to school so as to take care of these little siblings. Life since the husband left was full of struggles, and the mother did all she could so as to raise these children, while the man went away for another wife. After church officials, police heard all about the man, the wedding was cancelled automatically and the congregation was dismissed. The wife was told to go to local authorities and even in court so as to seek justice, hoping for local authorities to solve this problem. The mother says she wanted to have her children right here and was not happy with the way the husband just walked away without saying anything about these 2 children whom he took away, and the wife wants them back. As a senior pastor who was to pronounce the 2 as a husband and a wife officially, he talked to Afrimax. He says after hearing all what the mother says, he had to stop the wedding until when the conflicts will be solved and the man will do what he has to do. He adds, the investigation is ongoing and the husband might be taken to court so as justice to be served. As the old saying says, the days of a thief are 40 days. In other words, it means days of a thief are numbered. So the days of this man had come. We hope everything will be solved. Thank you for watching. I'm Elijah and this is Afrimax English. Remember to subscribe.